punang pukrum jare ming budi koi sarna takpire Pawan kauje je ai kasu ai presentation ji title a radical approach to the ecological security of Manipur ana highway di ko I samak environmentalist su nate adagi economist su kauda matik kasu sai na lojade aroga ai gi aseng bagi ai ngasi present tok jage ai gi narrative si kitang humor da haraga Islam dog millionaire movie da yawba Jamala na character ma yawi dana ko ai di ma quiz da thole dan aroga magi matek magi experience to na mara moiraga khoi gi mangwanda khoi gi flashback moment to tholok ko dumai na ai samaki profession sigi journey da ai experience to ko da khoi gi sigi idea ju present to budu ai ngo is had the convince oi rabni dai mayam da share to jake na laksa bani hai tare so ahan da sigi one by one ai amtang interpret to jarake a radical approach to the ecological security of Manipur a radical ana haijabata ga ju khoi gi nakan rom da revival haibagum bane na Lauja game of the Hanagi original form of ecological structure to the modern lifestyle, modern technology, modern life sida Hanagi original form of natural life to revive the wiki among the radical and about the aduga ecological security of Manipur. Ecological ecosystem and interpret the security haga ecosystem ki balance to maintain the udoi na interpret tok jage of Manipur aduga Manipur na specifically just Manipur ji akhoi already akhoi myam na adum khangbi hadi Manipur is one of the biological biodiversity hotspot and khangnare aduga adu jum thakta akhoi new settler myam ji attractive force amoina Manipur si lai haibisi myam na adum akhoi obviously generally Yana Bawani Haitare. Akogina Hujik Pusaningaiba idea di Hujuk economic structure Han Hujuk Sanadiba Akogi growth model Akogi Nasanji growth model reverse the Wayani Akogi Matangi chapter Hajarakego. First of all, Manipur as a separate one living organism ki mong da khoi separate isolated chamber ecosystem ki mong da ngak imagine tawirasi aduga sigi mayais da leiriba plan impal plan si loktak haibam lere adagi loktak sigi akoi da leiba surrounding hill or mountain sidagi river mayama especially the western mountain ranges sidagi river mayama Tasale, adagi Imphal River su somewhere khoi magi southern part of this da adum loktak ta adum connect tawi adagi Khuga dam ju khoi makharom digi awanglom da sen khalaga loktak ta samnare adagi kan sakpi karong gi tuel sakpi river su loktak ta samnare somehow this Imphal plain and loktak is just like acting as a heart of the Manipur Sigi heart lare du catchment area ware aina hiding point Manipur is one ecosystem and this is functioning as a whole as a one ecological system so adumana likewise akogi western part of Barak River Valley gi ecosystem lare aduga akoi mamanglom da su akogi U River gi basin na moina adumana sauna khaidok pire and this Manipur boundary or the natural boundary or this whole structure of the Manipur is one ecological structure mana sigi ecological structure si balance correct na nabagi maram mayam ma piru du na hauju jik lai wa conflict sigi root cause ni haina nabagi idea do ne ba ko ina pisanja ka dosa hello same here khoi gi Zuko rom da lai ba awang thangba north western areas da Highlands, Juko, Kobrugi, the dark spot like Mianse, quite a wang by area, Aligi, Sigi, Jiri Bamlom, the lowland layer, Mamam the lowland layer, Mayada plain layer, Duga, agriculture to Weava, flattened plain mayam lere atai mayam se loina forest na cover tawr lai this is like all everyone knows I guess I don't have to explain it in detail aro si structure sin ain haijaning ai si sai lok thoga dum haijara okay sorry okay so nahangai akhoina tawmi ba khoi growth model sidadi environment hande economy it's supposed to be this green circle. Now what I am trying to reverse is environment first, then inside we insert our society, then according to it we systematize our economic structure. So this is how like I want to reverse the system. Social structure conflict, social structure like that, conflict like that, new ecological approach and sustainability. Sigi cycle manung si kamaina hapetang akhoi kamaina work to ge have do I hapetang samlapna one by one I panjara ke ba. First of all I see the explain to dringa da aina akhoi hapetang remind tawning ba idea hai ta akhoi fundamental change in the system si yam important oina akhoi generation na khanjai habidi hojiki generation gi ai generation gi mi sing fundamental change toba ma yam darkar lai re na khanjai kai gi noi kan wrong system da right individual ama right decision lo ga su wrong outcome adum lakani habagi kaino ma laibani na adugi idea du da akhoi gi social structure gi manung si da akhoi gi naga yam saung na palaw da naga adagi kuki maitai akhoi si khunda lai tari mayam si mai magi social structure ama laijai social structure si hana magi traditional structure du da adum for thousands of years they have been evolving in this particular ecosystem of the Manipur, and the same with the some tribals, so-called kuki groups and Nagara groups. So they have been evolving here in this particular ecosystem of Manipur. Ecosystem of Manipur haraga khoi surrounded by the steep and jungle-clad mountains, and inside here there is one flattened plain, and we have been evolving without the foreign invasions for thousands of years. Not particularly because we are very powerful that we can defend foreign power. It's mostly because we are surrounded by the natural structure, particular natural structure which itself defends our own stability, political stability, ama leiriba dagi akhoi gi stable oiba culture ama unique oiba culture ama masida adum without much disturbance adum evolve tawjaraga leiba structure ne ba sigi je sir gi book kaleidoscope to the so yaw thengnai sir aro sigi mong sida recent past khara akhoi gi foreign invasion haraga Burmese gi invasion gumba little bit of small battlefield like Kasarom dagi Tekhao kanom dagi Tripura rom dagi lakpudo natana akhoi there was not much incidents of or instances of big foreign invasion. So we have been evolving here without much external influence. So we are privileged to have our unique culture, maybe our script, unique script, adagi akhoi unique culture, a unique language. Si myam si loin evolve tawal ai si gi balancing style is sum tawal la pasida akhoi gi traditional structure habidi mi yam thina yam dringai matam du da akhoi gi jungle manung da akhoi gi just depending directly in the nature. So they were living in that manner. Adagi akhoi gi Imphal plan da su maitai sing su stable oiba society ama nungaina akhoi gi adum sagale certain kind of civilization. So akhoi bong na su wari sawa matam da even in his time there was complete absence of metal utensils. Akhoi gi abok si duna akhoi bong da saksa sila on ko matam da akhoi gi ma se akhoi gi lukrak hek pasal le hai lafrit mana natraga lafu mana ko. So we were living in a very much primitive manner, and suddenly there is certain changes entered into our lifestyle, especially after our this Second World War, or the akhoi Japan lan haina ba akhoi Second World War gi matam du da modern culture si changchale. Then the root causes of the conflicts myam si lakpa gi mong laktoi ne ba ko. So I am opening the social structure. So here, I mean, just like I have mentioned before, traditional culture of tribals in Manipur. Aduga contemporary customs and practices. Contemporary customs and practices haisida akhoi hana akhoi traditional culture of tribals in Manipur haisida hana interdependence ama khaki structure of the leram so I'll give you one idea. Akhoi salt politics hai thumgi politics am khak Manipur da sanarami hai aina sum thengna jawda thumgi politics se kadai bhok strong oige hai kanda akhoi akhoi ningthau jina akhoi thumgi thumkhong leba ningel adagi hoju haina leba torbung adagi chandrakhong waikhong kai haina ba akhoi chinga plain gi area ga taina pham da leba thumkhong myam si bo yauna king used to maintain their communications and road and even the like little bit of the thum duga barter system tauna wi small town market to maintain tawgi thaba ama leram ko and thumkhong gi politics say as far as karong bhau yauna khoi gi thumkhong leram hai adu phawa and other some spots in other mountain region there were so many this thing salt ki thumkhong leram ko asigi thum leibajina khoi Manipur gi power gi powerful oibagi one of the big factors oi hai moina claim taw matam da khoi gi army and ningthau gi so called khoi gi some yam banataba khoi gi stable oiba army group khara maintain tawi du su khoi gi mogi strength da gi mogi stability da mogi maintenance da thum gi yam chawwa khoi gi kaino le hai khoi gi contributions so khoi interdependence in the sense that ningthau na amaching thak ta leiba adagi akhoi gi yam remote villages ta leiba thum gi politics tu na su connection am leram adagi chingji mi sing nam tam dagi akhoi gi thum ji yam na darka leiba gi ko thum mai ba pot si yam important in lower thum gumba adagi crops ki product gumba adagi kari depend tawre akhoi gi Manipur gi rice adagi sometimes akhoi gi arts ki poching si chingji mi sing sina akhoi gi makhad plan da leba mi singa akhoi gi intersense tawna ba adugi interdependent system ama akhoi gi Manipur da dum maintain tawdana lerame so likewise akhoi gi plan gi mi na ju singi mathak ta gi lakpa mi na porak pa akhoi gi raw material singai tare ko akhoi gi vegetable gi maru gumba adagi sanga gi products gumba adagi saru related oiba products gumba and medicinal plants and so many other akhoi ancient oiba akhoi gi system da mon ama gi intersense adagi barter system da dus especially adugi interdependence ama plain people ga mountain people ga leram meba so now adugi structure do hojik Manipur da leiba practices contemporary custom and practices da sum kaitha ba horke ba so I'll give you a very real example numbi da aina agi guest he pur sat leba akhoi gi black pottery to ba village to ukhul da leiba to ara agi guest he pur ga sat le aduga khoi da akhoi gi village experience adagi pottery experience si utnaba explain tawnaba adum tawe hai tare so somehow I developed some kind of friendship with this village and their families aduna is quick da akhoi sigi communal class ki kano ji hawgala pu matam ji aina phone tawga hangai so ka we ai khangnari ba gi friends gi wife so noi hojik kamain lori noi di normal oibra ari noi gi pottery myam da khoi sida di prok pa ya roi khoi online da khai ka thaba do khoi lo ding amroi noi di kamain tawi hojik sari ba kholi ba na haire ko but what she replied is khoi sida di normal adum oi aru khoi gi product myam ji thabak su yam chille khoi je sami rom da adum thadwe khoi pochei ju adum phajana adum phangi so that means that they are more depending on outside I mean not in the plain area moi gi product su je sami rom da gi tawaga adum thokhiba moi darka le ju je sami do dum lakpa so aduna ukhul lom da leiba mi one example this is one example ukhul lom da leiba khoi nupi lom da leiba mi sing si mapa lom da chathokhreba so they are losing the threat of this interdependence with the plain people and mountain people hana khoi ga yamna closely khoi ga business to gi interdependence to handa hala eba ko kai gi noi kan da khoi gi hoju jik leiba infrastructure sina moi da facilitate to wa do ga khoi gi plain gi area sina moi da pi ba gi pot su khoi gi handar hai tare ko somehow this is one realistic example of losing our interdependence adagi settlement pattern and past to the present so settlement pattern gi matang de khoina hujik akhoina dum toina haina ba khoi gi hana leramba scattered manner da leramba aduga village anoba da lakhatlaga settle tawwa adagi akhoi hana leramba scattered and akhoi yamna mafam da hongdo hongjin tawmdo tokfo ganda akhoi moigi oiba territorial area ma lakhatnabagi mongdu ne haina adum ai thodokna details yoksan ta ga su akhoi and the next point is changing economic activities changing economic activities da ai thodokna conceptual oina explain tawjadawida example am khadang haijage sije aigi junior akhoi tangkhul nupi ama lai haitar tangkhul nupi si network business se tawai ma se network business sigi moi sigi howdorokpa owner oibisina cookie nupi mo oibako cookie nupi sigi yam chaukhraba yum mama akhoi mantri pukis da lai achauba godown am sulai moi gi network business sigi damata aruga moi sigi network business se tawmina kan sida cookie nupi je ngasai ge khoi manipur bi si cookie maitai gi communal class lak pagi ketare smell ketang lak pa hok matam da moi si hoji godown ji thong lanjalam kan da ma se mumbai da laikre kan da khoi gi hoji ki tangkhul nupi ai ga khangna ri ba tinari bisina hoji cookie nupi sta phone tawga hangbani ai tar khoi hoji khoi gi isa da laijaba product myam do yam selaktre aduna khoi si gi godown ji hangdo kan da khoi gi mai customer sing thadoke godown ji hangbiu kai lauthokpagi do kana da haidoino khottoino mana phone taw matam da hojiki cookie nupi sina hairpa wahi je khoi gi mogi tribal gi oiba adagi christianism gi oiba commonality du da khoi gi ketare misang khomak pai tare khoi gi maitai na no gi adu ada mya ma khoi gi adi they slit our brothers ko adagi adu yam phajadaba myam sum hype pajani ko rap tawre khole adu da noi ju akhoi gi tribal myam ji punjalasi khosalasi na misang khomak pai tare ada akhoi ai gi imanabi akhoi gi kangkhul nupi sina sama hai adu go mai matang da te na no phone taw is only what matter is the business we are doing together adu go mai matang na di am recently ai gi uncle ju naga ko ki khanna wada bus da gi sim daraga manga kakhiudu ai ju ningsangi adugi matang da kem tawari sanagom si ibani tribal oire adagi ibani akhoi christianism haibasi tok challe na dumaina adugu negative to kanu ai client sing ai customer sing is mai tai bhai di yawi ai mangwan da pochai pi bhai jai business matter ni ai ga nanga bari sanai is business matter ni aduna it doesn't matter who we are doing the business together adugu tang da wai sanasi na mana raina depend or ga sawap na wai sai have. So how I am relating with this story to changing economic activities harakanda hauju je khoi gi contemporary world se da haidi khoi gi manipur gi contemporary the world se lai se normally yamna strict oiba I am cookie or I am maitai or I am naga haibagi yamna khoi gi identity the base to wa khoi community the base to wa yamna khoi gi kaitar yam hardcore sigi wakhan je gi kitang mitigate tawke kitang yang thorake haragadi amana amagi economic interdependence is hangalak taragadi pharakani no it doesn't matter who we are I mean what matters is the work we are doing together under some mutual benefit system hai tarako adugi bhaptu da haijabani adagi so ngasai gi structure I know thak ta panjagi do social structure ama laijare social structure du the akhoi gi hanagi past to present la ko matamda certain kinds of conflict ma arose to conflict to is normally akhoi gi India gi haitare ko India haga I mean I am not talking in terms of that separatist notion haijaba nate ko India gi in the sense hoju ji akhoi lai riba political system sida lai riba growth model sida incompatible oiba structure ma am yawre for example akhoi gi GDP gross domestic product si tawu matamda akhoi gi environment ki depreciation concern tawga sembanate dagi akhoi gi growth model haiga akhoi gi democratic system sida akhoi gi number gi system ni taise haidi akhoi na jam khangnare manipur gi sawakpa 7 to 8% gi area sida around 53% of the population ji namjal lai rai je akhoi gi democracy da di number game tawani na vote banks ki number do in khalle aduga akhoi gi mi amaga mana phangi ba size of the land du da di yam uniform oi mong da allocate tawtre adagi ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ existing growth model ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ growth ꯁꯤ material ꯑꯗꯨꯒ measurable ꯑꯣꯏꯕ objective ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ intangible ꯑꯣꯏꯕ inappropriate ꯑꯣꯏꯕ resources ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨ concern ꯁꯨꯡꯇꯧ ꯇꯧꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ just growth model in numbers in terms of income in terms of ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ products ꯑꯗꯣꯝ ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ. So that's how like conflict arose because of certain present growth model which doesn't concern our environmental welfare. Competition of land and resources among different communities. Houji ongoing situations sida yamna closely related oiba pot amani. Akhoi houji communities me amse marks the land and resources aina thodona pandraga su dum akhoi gi lai phambiriba singna su dum khangbire na khangbira mani ana lojage. Obsolete laws and policy flows. The same thing. Houji akhoi houji India ki constitution de yawa yamna outdated oiba akhoi law mayam lere dagi policy mayam lere sidai asoiba mayam duna akhoi houji locally dagi Manipur da based over research da based tawdaba law mayam yauduna maram oi kanda akhoi conflict or tawna mayam lere ko. So I am not going to in detail about that again. So especially lack of awareness of ecological systems da I isagi oiba personal experience kara amukka I am to share tawjage. अखोई इमानवा स्पेशली फ्रेंड सर्कल लेब मी मैम अदगी फैमिली लेब मी मैम से नॉर्मली इसामक्सु क्लास 10 लोरे क्लास 10 लोरे कांदा मपान चतख्रे एंड मदुदा खतंग तमहौजे स्कूल सिलेबस स्टेट अखोई मणिपुर की बोर्ड ऑफ हायर सेकेंडरी याव स्किल सिलेबस याव अखोई मणिपुर की लिटिल बिट ऑफ हिस्ट्री अदु खतने मणिपुर की मतंगदा खंग्रीसे देन आई लेफ्ट मणिपुर अदगी मपानदा कुइना लाइक तम थौरे अदई लाइक तम लोरे कांदा थबक तौदना खोतना मरम खर लैरे अराउंड लाइक 1 decade अदु बाउगी मनुंग सिदा आइगी मणिपुर की नॉलेज सि सुंगलै लेतबगुमने अदुगा आइगी अटैचमेंट जु कछु लेते अदुगा मणिपुर सि तसेंगना मणिपुर ना मैप अना खंगबै वानी I never got the chance to travel to the remote corner of Manipur and I never got to like time and space to read our literature and history and the whole ecological system of Manipur. So this kind of problem which I had experienced is prevailing in our generation. Even I kitang elder of generation sing the sushi am thokal level and Imphal plan the labor missing you. I am so lucky that because of my profession or because of my passion, I happen to visit many remote areas. As far as CHEISHU Ukhul area da Tamenglong Mount Kisha Tamai, Moregi, Hariga Kwata, like so many other remote corners of Manipur, I got the chance to visit and experience and understand how people are living there and what kind of ecological system is going on in Manipur. Akhoi houji tawriba problem si normally akhoi ecological system sigi matangda pakna wonna deeply khangdaba mi myam si ayamana khangde na haibi ai dum tasengna dum casually mi myam wari sana matam du what they know is the knowledge they see in online or their education which hardly mentions anything about our Manipur ecological system, political system, whatever sigu mayam si khangdawduna su akhoi huji tawri problem si communal ni ana khanjalli adagi akhoi political gi oiba competition ni ana khanjalli adagi yamna sentimental oiba ideological oiba mong na khallen. However I observation ki matung ina di akhoi lack of our ecological system sidagi conflict tholokpane ana khanjai hai taraka adagi rising unemployment and poverty sigi rising unemployment and poverty sigi conflict tholoknabagi maram se adum akhoi unemployment and poverty bule there is a high chance that there will be some kind of crime, some kind of violence, some kind of something unwanted and unacceptable actions from the people. Otherwise, one example this is nothing communal, but I will mention one friend of mine. Akoi mase maitai pangal ne aduga driver ne I know ma Kohima dagi aiga akhoi bolero thawraga hanminare hai tare I guess to Kohima gi tour gi dang thadaramaga Dimapur airport thadarame maga hanminare. So during the journey we were talking in a very intimate manner. Mana ngon harakwa khale yamna akhoi masa si yam free oina haija bai tare ba as tamo akhoi khara huran radi yara roi huran da ta ga di ai yum dai na yauri maruf are ai family khoi chin na usu bhari yame aduna ai khoi khara huran da ta ga di kamai sibu kon aduna akhoi aina driver oi phangi se lupa lising tare khatani and how can I manage with these things and all adugumba myam se mana yamna yam achumba moina aphaba moina yam nungaina wari sab hai tare ko so I mean so I thought man hai si masana hai jai si nang adu huran bu phate ne si di lali kholi ne naina hai ru gi mahutta mai ji kind of one problem is unemployment tra poverty tu na tholak para and I should khallai ko non judgmentally khanja bai wani adu on the other side si akhoi gi kaino ne hai tare education ki adi cultural gi oba asoiba myam lai ba gi su tholak pane loi but this unemployment and poverty becoming one big problems of rising these conflicts. This is one of the reasons and I hijack. Adagi communal and ideological differences. Akoi isai sagi oba community si masa masagi haurak pham adagi mana pham duda layam geographical location duda for a long time they have been practicing certain kind of traditions, certain kinds of habits and cultures. Aduna adugi matungina moi gi su mindset si different mindsets la moi gi ideology moi gi aspirations different oibanina khoi gi common no policy ma lakna honna boda differences communal and ideological differences tholopun so one of the big reason for the conflicts so like how we solve it, this ongoing situation je aina ngasai dagi haijaning point normally akoina hujuk ongoing situation how the khatnari basi solve to khatanatana whole problems is solved with the ecological economics have a new thoughts of schools na yam help to gani na yam strongly na thajari si kai kino hai kanda ecological economics has the it accommodates everyone it's nothing about the different community it's nothing about different religion it's nothing about different class or different habits or something we being the living being within this ecosystem we are sharing this ecosystem and this ecological economics would definitely solve the problem for everyone. Though this is very new and fresh school of thought, but this is very applicable and suitable to Manipur. Ecological economics is the study of the interdependence and co-evolution of human economies and natural ecosystems. So, she was targeted khoi masen marta leiba atei tei huyu ji khanar je yamana nang kuki ni nang naga ni atra nang maitai ni haibagi identity attached to ba khoi gi little bit of ego haidara pride hoidara khoi gi identity base oiba pot ama khaki element yauduna su khanana bagi sang hingal leba but aina akhoi je we are just a part of this whole ecosystem and we have each one of us have role for maintaining this balance. How do we tell? Because the identity, ego, and pride, kitang subside to raga, koi conflict to handa na hona wada mateng pangadra na khanjaba. Adagi Manipur and ecological economics. So a way forward to the sustainable development of Manipur, accessibility to new economic domains. Accessibility to new economic domains. Sida ina Punjabi idea di. How you akhoi generation gi mi sing suda entrepreneurs me am thole first generation entrepreneurs hai tar so mapan da moina like ta matam da even including me I economics ki education ta me and I always wish to become an entrepreneur yum da halae yum da Manipur gi matang dai thizal le geographically thizal li adagi MU da chatlaga entrepreneurship ki training me am yawi and many bestseller books, New York Times bestseller books में हम पार ना कोई entrepreneurship की मतलब training में हम मतलब ताऊ है और कोई I could gain little success. One of the factor or reason that our generation's entrepreneurs are failing is we don't have easy accessibility to our vast natural resources. मरम दी example है आई plan तो लाइब माइटे community यावा मोइन हाइज़ तारा गदी कोई raw material लाइब जगह अदुदा कोई नसल लगांडा अदुगी natural resources to access to wagi pochi akhoi da rightful so ide aduga yam easy so ide hai tare ko so there are many complications that is one of the reason to like we should talk in the sense of ecological economics adu taragadi akhoi gi balance to maintain tawna honara pada entrepreneurs in sigi darka laiba si supply tawna honara to sigi thoughts da based of policy oi taragadi I think that would help accessibility to new economic domains. A safeguard to the unique ecosystem of Manipur. So akhoi chumnagi conflict si akhoi gi mitigate tawnaba inter conflict si loisananaba naga solve tawnanaba honaba khatang natana sigi unique ecosystem si sustainable oina thamge hai taragadi akhoi gi sigi ecological economics the based of policies and politics si taw taragadi unique ecosystem si safeguard oizare ari sustainability da based of policies mayam ju mathang changa ne na panbi and okay, an economic pathway to mitigate the current communal conflict, the same thing, an ethical contribution of Manipur to fight global warming. Manipur gi oiba khoi gi yamna narrow oiba Manipur khatang panba yam narrow oiba mindset tu khatang natana Manipur as a part of the planet adugi larger picture to see kanda this kind of thought, this kind of policies and this kind of social structure would definitely contribute in a larger scale. I mean global warming alarming contribution nama adum layani. So coming to the last but one points, sustainable solutions. So in two categories, short term and long term. So awareness programs on short term awareness programs on ecological issues. Awareness program in the sense akhoi matang saw matamda sigi ecological economics ki thoughts si akhoi proper and complete oina akhoi compile tawraga ready mat oina leiba taraga di sigi ideas akhoi awareness program tawba samna sugumba gathering oibi schools ki gathering oibi or anywhere where the footfalls are very large we can spread out. Giving just one example, we can spread out flyers kumba booklets kumba spread out kind of mi hoju zik lai missing the ecological balance maintain tawga di problem solve taw have ideas spread taw ginaba si taw gitara gadi I think very quickly people will be very conscious of our ecological balance. So that is one of the short term solution I feel. And people movement to people's movement, so the apostrophe as well, people's movement to political propaganda. I observation politics the yamna experience pudi lai jabanate, but whatever I na sum yang jara pudi experience tadi politicians sing people gi movement da tongsen na bahona ita hona hai tare ba people movement si onthok kita gadi I'm sure that it will become a political propaganda. Once, assuming that once this idea becomes very popular, then it will turn into political propaganda. Political propaganda, it will have gain certain kind of weight and force to turn into the even manifesto level da onthoropasiya na dugi short-term solutions. This is one of the short-term solutions. And protest for environmental protection. Hujuk labor protest is the flagship program. Natraga title moina pastun daga happy wa myam si go back to Assam, go back Assam rifle haibugumba, NRC gumba haibugumba. So many of these political attached to bapot ngakta ba hujuk labor flagship program myam si maira pa bi na tawba CSO na tawba. But none of them are talking anything about environmental protection ki matang da. So by default environmental protection ki matang da khoi na protest tawba hora aba. By default this will also solve many problems. For example, khoi reserve forest the environmental impact assessment tawdana tawwa infrastructure tawwa yaroi hairo natraga sugum jaga da lamai thabi yaroi sigi jaga sida khoi any kind of unwanted artificial events tawwa yaroi hairo. So this will definitely by default it will solve so many problems. So environmental protection yauba protest the environmental protection ni matang da idea yawa maya insert to one of the quick solutions I feel. And in the long term solution, making part of educational curriculum. Manipur gi Board of Higher Secondary Education ni syllabus ta educational curriculum sida ecology ki science, environmental science, they are not particularly mentioning anything about Manipur ki ecology. They are not mentioning anything about ecology of Manipur in particular. So this is not a general science or the global science or something. They have to mention our ecological structure of the Manipur. So that will also increase the consciousness and idea about Manipur. And once akoina huji angang da takiba mogi brain sangan gi ba haise akoi gi future da moina torokpa mogi idea adagi mogi decision making da yauhradawa potni haina khalaga akhoi this is one of the futuristic long term solutions and making part of the educational curriculum. And cultural and political revolutions. Huji Manipur traditions maintain taunaba adagi conserve taunaba honabada so many unwanted over cultural practice mayam lay haitare. Personally, it's little controversial and debatable. Personally, akoi Manipur usowa sopta saning khangde baida yam taraga food wastage toba ai kasu pamsadi masi yamna food wastage di yam thina sokpa kainone na lausai adagi tangai phadana akhoi mafam kharada akhoi without permissions of the municipality or concerned authority loud music siznabagi unnecessary donations, so many cultures which we have been practicing without much resistance or without monitoring anything right or wrong. The cultural practice mein amtai tawai tare masi tokthoga khoi anauba right culture ama revolution purata gadi khoi sisu long term solutions ne laujai hai tare aruga political revolution political mindset chu anova mindset ama hapsalakwa hanagi style to natabako sisu one of the long term solutions. And conservation of heritage. One big example I would love to give here is Manipur ki Loktak Lake haiba Manipur ki tourism da one of the big highlights is tentative list in heritage of the UNESCO da oireko sisu sigi conservation ki heritage ki pochisu chawba people movement ama tawna na bahona bi yai adu akhoi hujikti madugi damakta kanna concentrate tawde adu people movement I mean people who are just concerning the tourism and all, they are particular about this. So these are like long term and short term solutions. And practical 2 minutes sir. Practical action plan. This is last but one page for me. Action plan sigi si oithokpe abrana sir hujuk like video ko Taragi Cheishu gi like video members sing da ina uchening mo se this could be one of the these are the practical solutions or action plan. Publication of books and documentaries. Akoina hujuk aina hojik haijariba ideas gi matang sida yam authentic oiba data na compile tawga semba akoigi books and documentaries puthoba. And popularizing the idea among the entrepreneurs, providing voluntary markets for local products. I'll give you an example. Maugi products mein amakoina voluntary markets provide to we are benefiting mutually, and they are happy and we are happy. Is one big successful example. Adagi akoi corona gi taw matam dasu voluntary markets mein provide to that also save lots of vegetables and fruits from perishing. So these are very good. And establishing decentralized institutions in the remote areas. In Ukulda remote areas, institutions, other remote area, skillful expert request that also will develop people to people connections and bringing all stakeholders to the common platform, advising the political parties. So I think you should notice this. And conclusion, this is the conclusion, and in all, even if this endeavor does not have a ready blueprint for a future economic model, it has enough practice of prompting us to think of different ways. Most importantly, this approach is a response to the real survival threats. It is here to stay until we find big answers to the big questions they raise. So, akoina sigi environmental concern torokanda our models ready-made blueprint like the this is a high time that we should think in that sense, and I hope that this will solve lots of problems naturally and automatically. See how I